Hey, this is Ralph. One more issue with Airbnb. We have multiple properties. This, in fact, is an example of a series of behaviors by a guest that are difficult to understand. We rented one of our properties to this guest. This guest was from California, moving to this area looking for a home. They actually took our property for about a month. And as soon as they took our property, they changed their address to our property so they could start receiving mail. But they didn't use our address, they used my daughter's address, which was next door, because it was more convenient for them to not have things delivered to where they were staying, but to have it close at hand so they could collect their mail. Their issue, of course, was to avoid people looking for them, give someone else's house's address, yet have it close at hand so when the mail person came, they could swing over and go get their mail. We, of course, caught that fairly quickly, told them they couldn't do it, told them if they wanted to do something like that, they had to go get a P.O. box at the local post office. So as soon as we did that, we then started to get a whole series of fabricated complaints, one after the next, leading up to a demand for a refund. We called Airbnb, we told Airbnb what they'd been doing, we told them about the dispute that we'd had with the guest. Airbnb said that the dispute with the guest is entirely different and separate from the complaints the guest has made. The guest has made complaints about cleanliness and glass in the backyard. That's a danger to people. The glass, of course, came from a broken beer bottle that this guest had placed in order to take a photograph of it. I told Airbnb, of course, that was fabricated. It was nonsense. We have 50 guest responses prior to this particular guest that are all 5-star rating. There's no issue with the property. But Airbnb believed the guest, refunded their money, and told me that we had to make sure the property was safe for other renters. So just one more example of Airbnb's dark side, taking the guest's side yet again on issues.